But at the same time, you gotta have structure and balance. When she's on the leash, we have to make sure that she knows that I'm in charge, only for her safety, but more importantly for her owners to have a better relationship. Her dragging you down the road is not a very good relationship. That's a very disconnected relationship. So I'm gonna start that process now. So anyway, I'm gonna get to work on this, girl. Get down. Oh God, oh God. All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to the coolest dog training channel right here on YouTube. I'm Tom Davis, America's Canine Educator. We just got this dog in literally 5 minutes ago for our board and train program. Her name's Julie. She's a very sweet, energetic 6-month-old boxer. So I figured it would be a good opportunity for me to film the process of like how I introduce stuff with this type of dog and this caliber of dog. So as you can tell, she's got a lot of energy. She jumps a lot. She's not engaged with me on the leash. I'm gonna walk her around so we can check out her engagement on the leash to see if it's existing. And I don't think it is, but I figured it'd be a great opportunity for us to film from start to finish of a dog that comes into our facility. A couple things I wanna point out moving forward with a dog like this is every dog that I work with across the board, anywhere, I always treat differently. Meaning this dog is super confident, doesn't have any fear, doesn't have any behavioral issues, just complete obedience remod basically is what we're gonna try to do with this dog. Really just teach it foundation, give it a structure, tell her what she can and can't do, and the dog owners will have a lot better relationship with the dog after that. So with a dog like this, you can get right to work. We take dogs in that are super fearful and have anxiety, and we don't get right to work. We get them out and we basically create a relationship with them first, get them comfortable. A lot of times they don't eat for a couple days. Dog like this, entirely different. Super confident, wants to go play, crazy on the leash. And so we're gonna get right to work with her, and I'm gonna go over the process of getting her to stop doing things like this, because obviously she's 6-month-old. She's gonna get a little bit bigger, but she's gonna be very strong. She's very bouncy, and she doesn't know much. So first thing I'm gonna do is switch her equipment. This plastic pinch, any collar that you can basically pull over the dog's head is way too big. And in this case, this is a training collar, so it's even worse because you're correcting the dog on the wrong, you're basically correcting the dog on the shoulders, which really doesn't do you any good. You want the prong collar or any type of slip collar to fit right behind the ears. And so I'm gonna switch to just a smaller collar, and we'll get started here. As you guys can see, no engagement with the handler whatsoever. Very, 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 if you can bring him through. So I don't matter in this situation. So the first thing I wanna do is create a better relationship with the dog. That's the most important thing, as well as leash pressure and structure. And because this dog is mentally stable and is not dealing with a bunch of behavioral issues, I can get right to work with that, like I said before. So when you have a dog like this and you basically let go, you really want to see what the dog does. So see how the dog is disengaged with me? Julie! So I'm going to switch up equipment and put a smaller, better fitting collar on her. It's just a little plastic pinch collar, so it's a lot safer than just using the flat collar or even a slip collar for her skin. So it's gonna apply safer pressure right where it needs to. This is way too big, perfect. Way too big, perfect. So I'm gonna take this off. This is something you would use on a very large dog, like a Great Dane or something. And I'm just using the plastic pinch just because that's what she's used to. So we'll stick with that for now and see how she does. Okay, so this is something that I call a tune-up, which basically means I'm gonna walk out and I'm gonna go the other way and I'm gonna tell her to heel. If she doesn't heel, she's gonna bounce off the end of the leash and come towards me. And then I'm gonna keep doing that basically, and I tighten her, tighten her, tighten her, tighten her up, and she starts looking at me because I wanna create that relationship that she's actually engaged with me and she's telling me that she understands that I am the gatekeeper of all things when she's on the leash. The most important thing I want you guys to know during this process is to understand that this is certainly not what I'm gonna do with her forever. She's a very bouncy 6-month-old puppy. I want her to be a dog. I want her to run around and be crazy and play and be a boxer and be loving and fun. But at the same time, You gotta have structure and balance. When she's on the leash, we have to make sure that she knows that I'm in charge, only for her safety, but more importantly for her owners to have a better relationship. Her dragging you down the road is not a very good relationship. That's a very disconnected relationship. So I'm gonna start that process now. Heel. Good. Heel. Good. So she bounces off there. Julie, heel. Yes. Good girl. Heel. Good. She bounces off there. Heel. Good girl. Heel. Bounces off there. So she's having a hard time going that way because the dogs are over there. Heel. What a good girl. Heel. Better decision. Good girl. Heel. Good. Heel. Yes. Good girl. Just like that. Well done. Heel. Pop. Just a little guidance there, and she's tuning up really nicely. Heel. This is why I call it a tune-up. Heel. Yes. Good girl, Julie. Heel. Good. Sit. Good girl. So a much calmer dog. Almost immediately, as soon as you give a dog structure and a job and something to do, but also a very small consequence if they don't follow you, the dog tunes up so beautifully. And it's such a nice thing because now we have, as you can tell, now we have a calmer, more relaxed dog than we did, I don't know, 30 seconds ago. So I'm gonna continue this to see if I can tighten this up a little bit more. And again, I'm looking for engagement, and I'm looking for her to really start watching what I'm doing versus what she wants to do. Heel. Julie, heel. Good girl. Heel. Good girl. Nice job, sweetheart. Sit. Wonderful. So she's looking at me, she's engaged with me, she's not going crazy, she's not jumping. It seems a bit like trickery, and it seems a bit fake, but it's not. We just took this puppy in 10 minutes ago, absolutely madhouse, crazy, 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 and with a little bit of structure, mixed with positive reinforcement, combined and mixed with disciplinary corrections on the leash, very minimal, but at least they're present, to just teach her, like, this is what we can do, this is what we can't do, very operant conditioning style. So I'm really happy with this progress, and it only takes a little bit of time to get a dog that's really super bouncy. I'm happy with this progress. Again, taking her in literally 10 minutes ago in real time. It probably took us less than 10 minutes to get her. I'm not naive enough to say that she's trained by any means, but now we have something to work with. Now I can teach her behaviors, sit, down, place, heel, stay, etc. Because I have her attention, and I'm really creating a relationship that she respects. And so for me, that's what it's about. It's just getting a dog out of that crazy state of mind to say, hey, we're gonna have a conversation, and during the conversation, I'll decide what we're gonna discuss. So really just teaching her new behavior, and now I can teach her new stuff. So I can teach her the place, and I can teach her sit and things like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tune this up a little bit more, and I want you guys to really just see the transformation that you can get with a dog like this if you add all those things together. Good. Good job. Good. Good girl. Lots of positive reinforcement. Good girl, Julie. She's engaged. You guys, look at the way she's looking at me versus where she was at 10 minutes ago. Sit. Wonderful job. Good girl. Heel. Good. So this is a very lovely walk that I can do. And I can enjoy her now, where before her owners came in and they couldn't bring her out and couldn't do anything with her because she was so crazy on the leash. And again, the no bad dogs movement is, again, it's not the dog's fault. As you can see, with a little bit of structure and guidance and all those things we talked about before, combined, you can get a much calmer dog in a better state of mind. And if you guys haven't yet, you can shop our No Bad Dogs merchandise right on our website. The link is gonna be in the description. You guys can represent what I try to do on a daily basis, where there is no bad dogs, just really uneducated owners. So don't forget, if you guys are interested in some of these shirts, you can go to our website in the description below and order yours while they're still available. We have green, we have blue, and we have a cool yellow one as well. But I'm gonna keep working her for a little bit, montage it around, and then she'll be good for this session for right now. So I hope you guys like this video, and I hope it brings you value. And if it does, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to cop yourself some No Bad Dogs merch in the description below with the link. And again, adding a little bit of leash pressure and a little bit of discipline goes a long, long, long way. Now in the future, what we'll do is we'll do some more videos on teaching her new behaviors and really progressing her training in general. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you next time. Peace.